All right, y'all. Let's dive into hot take hell. Number 6. Is it a hot take or a fact? You guys are loving it, so I'm going to keep doing them. Here we go. Io Sky is the best women's wrestler today. New Japan, Stardom, Ring of Honor, TNA, NXT, AEW, and WWE. Io Sky is number 1 in terms of pure wrestling. I'm not going to argue with that. She's a very good wrestler. She's a very good wrestler. She emotes, which is a good thing because her English is very lacking, but you can pretty much understand her through body language and facial expressions, which I can appreciate. I wish she would rub off on Kairi Sane because Kairi Sane is terrible. Another hot take, or is it a fact? Why does Rhea and Liv feud get a simple one-on-one match at Bad Blood, but Damian and Finn get a Hell in a Cell? So this person, of course, you see stuff was going on when they wrote this. So I'm gonna let y'all answer that if y'all want to. Why does Liv and Rhea get a single feud and Damian Priest get a Hell in a Cell? I don't know, because I think all of them suck. Raw needs 3-hour shows or else the women are going to be cut even more. Okay, everybody was very scared of that. I'm going to say this about the ladies. The ladies are so used to having 2 to 5 minute matches that they bust out some wild shit. It's essentially speed matches that they've been doing with the ladies, and the ladies know how to optimize their time. You can't give no men no 3-minute match. They wouldn't know what the fuck to do. But them women show up and show out. And so I don't mind the women getting more time and more visual if it's a good set of women. Don't put fucking Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae up there acting goofy and shit. I don't want to watch that. Put the women, the tag team division needs more time, more work rate as much as possible. Liv Morgan, if she's still a champion, should be fucking wrestling on at least every other episode of Raw. That goes for Nia Jax. She should be wrestling. I don't understand. Get some more exhibition matches for these ladies. Just like Carmelo and Andrade had the best of 7. There's no reason why, I don't know, pick any random bitch in the back. You could have fucking, what's her name? Trash Can. You know what I'm talking about. Trash Can who beat Chelsea Green versus Zelina Vega in the best of 7. I don't give a fuck who you do it. Y'all could do so much with these ladies and you just don't. Fatal Influence is a Temu version of Toxic Attraction. Yes, that is a fact. I don't think that's a hot take. Fatal Influence is terrible. They would not survive on the main roster, especially when they do their little moves. That little hat tip sends me every time. Next one. Liv's reign is set up for failure the moment they centered it around Dom. I'm always confused about this whole how we got to Dominic Mysterio being the centerpiece, because from my understanding, Rhea Ripley always cared about the belt. Dom was just like a little consolation prize to stick it to Rey Mysterio. He was like a pet. He was not like somebody to have sex with. That's what I thought him and Rhea was. Then it just morphed into Dom's my baby and you're taking him from me and lives in love with him and all this other bullshit. And I agree, because it's circling around Dominic Mysterio, the main focal point, which should be the title belt, is being lost. And the title itself is being diminished, if you ask me. Let's see what we got here. Alright, here's a hot take. Or is it a fact? WWE is so lackluster, most of these girls don't have what it takes to be stars. Bianca and Rhea's characters are becoming stagnant. Bring Io to the title picture again. And Charlotte, Alexa, and Carmella need to come back ASAP. Okay, Alexa Bliss. Here's a hot take. She's not as good as you all pretend she is. The reason why Alexa Bliss got over under Vince McMahon is because he has a Lolita complex. and she dresses like a little girl, and he likes that shit. I'm not alluding to nothing, but there's a lot of things Alexa Bliss has been doing that she could get away with because she wasn't a mother. She was just, a wrestler. Now she's a mother and a wife. She can't keep doing that bullshit, in my opinion. Charlotte Flair is a juggernaut. When Charlotte comes back, I would like her not to be thrusted in the title picture. I would like her to mix it up with the girls in the back for a minute before she moves up and goes after the title. Carmella is having difficulty coming back because she had some complications after giving birth. So I don't know when she's coming back. Because Carmella and Chelsea Green, that duo, before she left, when she found out she was pregnant, oh my goodness, they would have been outrageous. I would have loved to see that. So Bianca and Rhea. Bianca, listen, she's a face. Y'all really are like going hard. Some people have like this really unhealthy hate for Bianca. And we could speculate. But she is the face of the women's division. She is the face of the company. When they want a pretty face with style and grace, they call Bianca Belair. They don't call Rhea Ripley to ring the bell at the New York Stock Exchange, to go to the Kentucky Derby, to go to tea and brunch with the Queen. They don't call Rhea Ripley. They call Bianca Belair and Montez Ford because they're going to go and they look beautiful and they're going to represent. So she's going to be in the position she's in. Right now she's helping Jade Cargill get a handle on things, and Bianca herself said she wanted to work with Jade Cargill and kind of get a little break because she was running for 3 years and y'all was running her down for 3 years. So hop up off of Bianca Belair. Now Rhea Ripley, she's becoming a little bit overexposed, but that's another conversation for a different day. What else we got? Is this a hot take or fact? The standard of women's wrestling has regressed over the past 5 years. You know what? I'm afraid to say that I think I'm seeing it more and more. I'm seeing it. Depending on what promotion you watch, and I do give a lot of shit to WWE because I don't really pay too much attention to AEW because I'm not a sicko like that. But they don't do great shit with their women either. They don't do shit with the black men over there either. They don't do shit with diversity either. But that's another conversation for a different day. Right now, NXT women's division is stacked. It's stacked, it's long, it's deep, it's diverse, it's crazy. A lot of those women on the main roster would run wild if given the opportunity. And just as I was scared for the guys and gals in NXT to go to the main roster under Vince McMahon, I'm scared for the guys and gals to go to the main roster under Triple H. He's no different. I feel like he's not going to change nothing about him. He just ain't going to do shit. He's just going to fucking ignore them because now it's I just look for talent. I just work with talent. Johnny Gargano? Like what? Okay, anyway. Since this evolution with the 4 horsewomen and all that, yes, there has been a regression. I do agree with that. Let's see. We'll do 2 more. Here's a good one. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Bianca and Jade are not clicking for me as a team. I prefer them to have more of a business partnership, but constantly trying to top each other to prove their superiority. Bianca should feel threatened by Jade, and Jade should act more high and mighty because of her treatment. Okay, I have heard some people say that Bianca is the one holding Jade back, and I think that's a joke. I can see this being a contentious bumping into each other and like, you think you're better than me? No, bitch. Get in the ring. I'm gonna whoop your ass and show you who's who. Bianca and Jade, if they were individual wrestling superstars, could do a best of 7. But the problem is Bianca would overshadow Jade. Jade would look big in the ring and probably do a lot of power moves because Bianca would sell them. But technically, you all would complain about Jade because Bianca would out wrestle her on a technical level, if that makes sense. I also will say, I want y'all to stop trying to pit black women against each other. Let these bitches have fun for a little bit and look cute for a change. Y'all don't do that with Candice LeRae and fucking Indy Hartwell. I mean, not that anybody wants to see them hoes, but still. Okay, I thought this was a funny one, and we're gonna leave it here. The girls, the girls need to stop switching up their wigs every week. A defined look helps everyone have their own defined identities. Same for gear. Develop a key look and expand and evolve it. Some people have been looking a hot mess lately. Let me tell you something. Mercedes Monae. Her husband, her ex-husband, used to do her gear. And it's apparent that that man is no longer working on her gear because her gear looks a hot fucking mess. Her wigs is turned bone fucking dry. The costume, jewelry, like everything just looks low budget. I know she sells weed and stuff. I think she's in her supply. That is definitely talking about Mercedes Monae. Now, hair, I agree. Prime example, Bianca Belair got her braid. Jade Cargill got her ice gray hair. That works for them. You know, they're powerhouses. They got their, Bianca got the lips. Jade got the glass shards and the lightning. That is how you know these bitches is coming when they come to the stage. Another person who's faltering with identity is Zelina Vega. When Zelina Vega was being Manuka, I forgot how to pronounce it, is witch in Spanish. Manusa, however you say it. She had a definitive look. She would dress like a sugar skull and then put her crown on and lean right into her Puerto Rican Latina roots, and that's fine. Now she's leaning into cosplay, video game, Twitch streamer, and the shit looks crazy. She looks nuts, okay? She needs a definitive look so we know Zelina Vega is coming. When she was with Andrade, that vamp look she had was fantastic. You know who else could actually fit this too? Mia Yim. Mia Yim does not have a definitive look. I don't know if she's having an identity crisis or something, but something is not clicking with her character work, and her look is off too. Mia Yim is a beautiful woman, got a fantastic body. Either she's gonna look like Paw the rapper, or one of the girls from Fortnite, or she's gonna look like a fucking one of the girls down at Stardom, like a Asian wrestler. Like, you gotta pick how you're gonna mesh both cultures to make it pop. You understand? Kairi Sane and Io Sky, they have a definitive look. So much so that Julia down there, her look is the same as theirs because they came from, New Japan, Stardom, and all that. When I see Julia, I see Asuka. I see Kairi Sane. I see Io Sky. So what is it about them that is going to individualize them? Io Sky is the Empress of the Skies. Kairi Sane is the Pirate Princess. Asuka is the Empress of Tomorrow. And Julia, I don't know what her tagline is. Right? So I understand what this person is saying. It's very important, especially for the women and the men as well. Stephanie Vaquer has a very sensual, dark look to her. She's like a centaur. She got them horns. She got a nice ass on her. She got a nice, real, thick body. She look real sturdy built. I love the straps on her velvet, costume. And like, she is eye catching. She got that scar or whatever on her eye. I don't know if that's just like maybe temporary or a real tattoo. She's a very striking Latina, and it's just like, yeah, I know she coming. So I do agree with that. I think that's more of a fact than a hot take. So we're gonna leave it right here. Till next time, y'all get in the comments and tell me what you think. Come up with more hot takes and all that good stuff if you made it this far.